this is going to be a tutorial on the shake change and the shapeshifter color change. First I'm going to perform them, then I'm going to teach you how they're done. This first change I'm going to do is the shake change. What it looks like is, in this case I have an ace of diamonds, and I just take the card and give it a little shake, and it changes. And of course everything can be examined. That's the shake change. Then the shapeshifter change looks like this. You just count backwards from 3 to 1. You go 3, 2, and 1. And you have a nice visual, right in your face card change. So now, how are those changes done? They're very simple and they're very similar. First change, the shake change, is done like this. You're going to take a card, and you notice I tilted this deck down as I showed you what this card was. The reason I'm tilting down is because I need to get a break under the top card. So when I tilt down what I actually done, you might have caught a glimpse of it. I'm pushing off the top card and pulling it back. It's allowing me to get a break. So I'm pushing it over my pinky, pulling back, leaving my pinky under it. This is going to be exaggerated for the camera purposes so you can see it on camera, but I just hold a little finger break right there, if you can see that. There's many other ways to get breaks. You can buckle the deck like that. And again, that's an exaggerated move there too, but you can always do that, get a break, whatever you want to do. Just need to get a break under the top card, so whatever way you want to do it. I just think this is easier, and especially when you misdirect by showing them the card, usually people don't catch it. So you show them that, you just set it down here. Don't set it directly on top to start with. You know, set it to the side, so you don't have a reason for setting it on top. So what I'll do is I'll do something like this. I'll say, I'll kind of sometimes spread like this, like I'm wiping off a spot to lay the card on, and my hand goes down when I do that and squares the card on. Then I grab the card up and I do the move and I change it. And that didn't look as good as it did in the performance. Actually, this will work better for a good change. So I got the break under there. I just set this on top. I'm going to pick up the two cards as one with my thumb on the bottom inside corner. My middle finger is going to go on the top outside corner. Okay? Now notice I'm opening my hand very wide. I want you to kind of see how wide my hand is open. And I'm buckling the card in convex slightly. Okay? What I'm going to do, my first finger is going to be doing all the work. As I shake, my first finger is going to rotate this card around. So this double here, it's just going to rotate it around. Just like that. So if I kind of slow motion, it looks like this. I'm shaking, I twist, boom. So in real time, that looks like this, boom, and there's the change. So when you do it, you don't want to shake it, change, and then stop real quick. You got to take some time to make it look like it's kind of morphing into the other card. So just gonna do it and keep going a little bit, and then slowly stop. So an actual performance would look like this, and I would stop. So it'd be okay. I have the 9 of clubs here. Watch closely, and boom, it changes. So that's the shake change. Very simple, and the shapeshifter is exactly the same thing. I mean, really, basically the same exact thing. So you shake that. As you're shaking, you're turning. Now the reason you open your hand wide is because when you rotate it, you don't want, if your hand's like this, it's gonna hit and it's gonna get stuck here in your hand. You don't want that to happen. So just practice that rotation. What I like to do is kind of rotate it around twice when I'm practicing it, and just get a good sense of where my hand has to be when I do this. So just practice that rotation, and then you can get down the shake. Okay. So that's the shake change. Now let's go into the shapeshifter. Off, misdirect, bring it back. You have the double ready to go. Now this one is a little bit different. Instead of pulling the card off the deck and changing it right on top of the pack. Holding it the same way, basically. Your thumb of your free hand is going to go on the bottom inside corner. Middle finger is going to go on the top outside corner. Okay. Then you're going to use the middle finger and thumb from the hand that's holding the deck to grab the opposite indexes here. Okay. So to grab the indexes, you're going to the opposite index. Actually, I'm doing this left-handed, so it's a little bit different. I'm using my right hand on this, but you're just going to grab the top outside corner, or top inside corner with your middle finger, and top outside or bottom outside corner with your thumb, and the opposite corners with your free hand. You're going to buckle the deck in with your free hand, so it's convex. And you're just going to pull down this and kind of straighten the card out with the hands that are holding with the fingers of the hand that are holding the deck. So you pull down, and then all the move is you want to let go with your thumb first. So you let go with your thumb and keep your first finger holding. And what happens is the first finger actually flips that card around. When you flick here, oops, sorry about that. When you flick, what you're doing is you're giving the card momentum to do that flip fast, so you don't have to cover it with a shake. Okay, so you just boom, boom, like that. I went a little bit too far at a time. You can get stopped just perfectly, boom, like that. So what I do is I give a reason for doing this. I say, so all I have to do is count backwards from 3 to 1. I go 3, 2, 1, and it just changes. So 3, 2, 1, like that. And you're just going to practice this move. And again, this same thing, you want your hand open wide so the card doesn't hit the palm of your hand when you're doing this. So it does look like a very visual color change. So that's shapeshifter. Practice that in front of a mirror. Get it down. And that's shapeshifter. And also the shake change. Now, one thing I want to tell you, I do have a tutorial teaching the Charlier cut, or Charlier cut, I'm sorry. So, what I use to get rid of the evidence here is I'll, take a card, here it is, square it on, I'll do the move, boom, set it on top, and just thumb off the one card. Now the way I do this, the reason for setting it on top is to clear that space again. So I'll shake it, I'll set it here like this, so it's sideways, square it on as I go like this, then I can thumb it off and set it on the table. And while they're examining it, or if I take it off to hand it to someone, I just do a Charlier cut. And now, if they want to examine it, the top card is not the card that it just changed from, or nor is the bottom card, it's in the middle somewhere. If they find it in the middle, that's natural. So, that is how to do the shapeshifter change and the shake change.